Good afternoon. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We got another reaction to you. 5 extreme natural disasters caught on camera. This is sure to be cool. I can't wait to see what this has prepared for us. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and hop in. I hope you guys like this. If so, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned with us. Stay up to date. Hope you guys enjoy. Here we go.
Natural disasters occur all the time all over the world. They take lives,
Oh, yes, they do.
change landscapes,
Very dangerous.
and can even take
Oh
out
my
entire cities. We talk about them so often, spitting out facts and statistics.
What in the world?
Yet,
Is that
it
like a
still
landslide?
quite
What is
hard
that?
to picture what all actually happened. However, we forget that at any given moment,
That's
there
a
are
twister.
cameras rolling, capturing nearly every harrowing detail. From tsunamis to tornadoes, here are
That is
5
absolutely
shocking natural
insane.
disasters that were caught on camera. Natural disasters often have a strange allure to them. When you see it, you know it's likely doing tons of damage, but you
What in
can't
the
help but
world?
stare at it.
What
as
is
it has some
that?
sort of haunting beauty to it. Tornadoes fit perfectly into this category.
Oh,
They are one of the most destructive forces to exist on Earth, generating winds that can be in excess of 300 miles per hour.
anything
We know
in
that
their
it has
path
the
is
power to totally destroy
donezo.
anything that is in its path. Yet,
Yeah.
when we catch sight of one, we can't look away. But here's a question. What happens when you see one and its position on the horizon doesn't move, yet it keeps getting bigger? That's right. It means that it's coming right for you. That is exactly the situation that this Illinois man found himself in when a tornado touched down about a mile from his house. Upon seeing it, he did what most of us would have done and got his camera out to start filming. As the tornado ripped through the town, throwing debris hundreds of feet into the air, it kept getting bigger. By the time he realized what was going on, the tornado was pretty much on top of him and his family.
That is scary. I would never wish that on anyone.
Oh my God! Holy Look at
That's
this,
the only
bud!
way to react to that.
You ready to run with me, okay? You ready to run with me, buddy? Look at all the roof, bro!
Please tell me. I really, 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 really hope that this man is not at all attempting to outrun this tornado. That is the dumbest idea I think I've ever heard in my life. No, running it. You gotta find a ditch or something like that and get inside of it. Something low, below normal ground height, in a little cubby, whatever you can find. Preferably something that is also covered at the same time. Like if you got a cellar, crawl down in that cellar. But that's not really a common thing anymore. Yeah, those screens that are on that porch aren't going to stop any of that. One little gust of wind, not one little gust of wind, but a gust of wind like that, one little object will go and go straight through that.
The camera started shaking wildly as the winds ripped through the yard, carrying everything away. The wind was deafening
Did
and
he, like,
ferocious.
leave the
and
camera
through
up
the
on a
shaking
mount
of
or
the
something?
camera, it can be seen that the windows and possibly some of the walls gave way, exposing everyone inside to flying debris. Luckily, after everything settled down, they realized that their home was only sideswiped. Everyone survived, but their yard and everything in it was totally destroyed.
I'm surprised that trampoline didn't get snatched
There
up.
are few things in the world more relaxing than an afternoon drive down a mountain road. Of course, when the sky is gray, the weather is rainy, and everything is dreary, it can dampen the mood a little bit. Well, that's exactly the feeling that the couple in this video had as they were driving in the mountains of Poprad in the country of Slovakia. It had actually been raining for
Slovakia?
quite a few days, so things were especially wet. However, there was one major problem that no one was anticipating. As the couple drove along, everything seemed to be fine.
Whoops.
That is, until they rounded a turn and saw a few trees down in the other lane. Cautiously, they went around, but saw up ahead that there were a few other trees down. It wasn't until they slowed down even further that they realized the danger that they were in. In the blink of an eye, all the trees started falling. First, it was in front of the car, but then they started falling on the car itself. It was a terrifying moment that could have resulted in some serious injuries to the driver and the passenger. Luckily, no one was injured.
That's good, thank goodness. I guess it's just like a landslide or something, and all the trees started to come down. I think is what it would be called technically.
Задний ход, давай задний ход.
Goodness. Don't get out of that car yet. Yeah, keep that door closed. Get down as low as possible. Cover your
The danger here
face
actually
with your
came from
arms.
the rain.
Hopefully you're wearing
So
long
much rain had
sleeves,
fallen in the
but
days
cover your
prior to
face
this
with your
video that
arms
the soil
and
had
just
become very
hunker down.
loose, and the roots of the trees weren't able to hold the weight anymore. It could have happened at any time, but these people were simply unlucky enough to be passing the wrong place at the wrong time.
When nature fights back, bro.
As we just saw, huge amounts of rain can take a toll on mountainsides. When soil is soaked through with too much water, the various trees and rocks can no longer keep their footing, causing them to break free and fall.
Landslide.
However, there are other times when massive amounts of rainfall on certain types of soil not only cause it to become overly saturated, but the actual texture and consistency of the soil can totally change. What usually results from such a phenomenon is a landslide or a mudslide. On August 7th, 2018, in
That
the
is
town of
so
Chamoson,
scary.
Switzerland, a huge hailstorm had just rolled through and pummeled the town and the surrounding areas with giant chunks of ice. But that was just the start of it. Not long after the storm passed, a tremendous mudslide followed, quickly filling the drains and overtaking the road.
If that's what it looks like here, where like what's it look like further up the mountain? Bro, that's a whole tree. Whoa! Did you see that? Did you see that? Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. All right. Here we go. All right. So watch this car. This car right here, right in front of us. As this comes down. Watch the car. Here's a bunch of like tall trees, bushes, or whatever that are taller than the car. Just watch. First, all the trees go. And then it literally picks up the car and puts it on top of all those bushes. Yeah, run, lady. Get up further up. Lady, come even further up. Oh my goodness.
Oh putain. Ouais, oh.
What would you even do? How do you even clean that up? Yeah, exactly.
Because of the consistency, the soil took the form of something similar to mud. Residents reported hearing a huge noise and rumbling just before the mudslide occurred, which is why a few of them were standing around trying to find the source of the noise. Little did they know that a huge wall of soil, water,
That
and
is
debris was headed right for them.
insane.
As you can see, within a matter of seconds, the entire roadway and bridge were completely buried by this thick wall of mud. Luckily, no one was in the path, resulting in no injuries or deaths.
That could have been so bad. That was absolutely
In 2011, Japan
insane.
saw one of the most devastating natural disasters to ever
Oh,
hit.
that's
a
a sweat.
huge magnitude
wave.
9.0 earthquake
Oh,
struck
no,
about
yeah.
25 miles off the northern coast of the country and generated a huge tsunami that
Tsunami,
ravaged
yep.
thousands of acres of land. Over 15,000 people lost their lives. Tens of thousands of homes and structures were destroyed, and a nuclear reactor even suffered a catastrophic meltdown that hadn't been seen since the Chernobyl incident of 1986. On March 11, 2011, in the Japanese town of Iwate near Route 45, various traffic cameras and CCTVs were rolling when the tsunami surged in and started wreaking havoc. As you can see in the video, it was just like any other day, unassuming and calm. Suddenly, a huge wall of water started rolling down the street, carrying cars and debris with it.
I wonder
Within a
if
matter
those
of
two cars
seconds,
got away safely.
Everything was underwater. As the video continues, you can see other areas in the town where everything is going normally when, all of a sudden, torrents of water come in, followed by floating houses and cars. Bridges are taken out, structures are washed away. It really brings into focus the total devastation that tsunamis can cause.
That is
One minute,
absolutely
you're driving
insane.
along, minding your own business. The next, water is pouring over everything in sight, carrying houses, buildings, cars, and all sorts of debris that used to be people's lives. To date, the 2011 Japan tsunami is one of the worst natural disasters of the last 20 years.
That is absolutely insane.
We've all seen amazing photos
I cannot
and
even
videos
imagine it.
of
They're landlocked
volcanoes
on an
erupting
island.
and spewing lava and ash into the air. It's one of our Earth's most incredible forces. Now, there's a different phenomenon that is similar to a volcano, but on a bit of a smaller scale. These are called mud volcanoes. As opposed to full-sized volcanoes that have lava from deep within the Earth, mud volcanoes are explosions of underground hydrocarbon gases that have built up and forced their way to the surface. On the way up and out, these gases sometimes mix with water to create something similar to a muddy slush. On the edge of the Caspian Sea lies the largest city of Azerbaijan, Baku. This area has some of the most natural gas and oil fields in the world, making it a hotspot for mud volcanoes. In this video, one of these mud volcanoes is erupting in a natural gas field. The slurry of minerals and dirt are spewing over 100 feet into the air.
How did that fire start?
A short distance away, a separate fire was burning, when all of a sudden, it caught the fumes of the flammable gases of the mud volcano. It quickly caught fire, turning into something more reminiscent of the volcanoes that we're used to seeing.
Wow. That is absolutely insane.
In total, the eruption lasted around 8 minutes, but did no damage to anyone or anything. It
Yeah,
just
luckily,
serves as a reminder of
It's
one of
there in the
many
middle
things that
of
make
like
our
a
planet
desert,
unique.
basically.
As you just saw,
That is
our world's
absolutely
natural disasters
insane.
have an amazingly haunting allure to them. They're wondrous, beautiful, and incredibly deadly
Like,
to those
just look
who
at that.
find
That looks
themselves in the path.
crazy.
If you enjoyed this video and want to see more
That was
just
awesome.
like it, be sure to click the link
That
on
was
screen.
really good. That was really good. All right. Well, those are 5 extreme natural disasters that were caught in camera. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know which one was your favorite. That's all for this one, and I will catch you guys in the next one. So until then, peace.